So Jesus said to his disciples and to the others, he said, do not worry about your life, what you'll eat, about your body, what you'll wear, for life is more than food. Yeah? And he said, look at the birds of the air. Or if you read Luke rather than Matthew, he says, look at the ravens of the air. Yeah, I know some of your family are ravens, aren't they? Oh, look, it's them. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry, Muninn. They're very nice people. They come visit us every so often just to see what we're talking about. Yeah. This is our new friend Muninn. Muninn comes from the Amazon. He is the son of 2 missionaries who work there, and he's not really been around people much. He used to spend most of his time playing with monkeys and jumping in the river and avoiding getting eaten by alligators or crocodiles. I never remember which. I think it's alligators. Yeah, I know, I should know, but I don't. And yeah, he kind of lacks social skills because he's not used to being around people. So you're going to have to bear with him a bit. It's common with the offspring of missionaries. Anyway, yeah, so we were looking at Matthew 6, 25 to 34, and the corresponding bit in Luke 12, where Jesus says, I'll read it for you. So, excuse me if I don't seem as if I'm looking directly at you. Then Jesus said to his disciples, therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or about your body and what you will wear. For life is more than food, and the body more than clothes. Consider the ravens. Yeah, shout out to the fam, that's right. They do not sow or reap. They have no storehouse or barn, yet God feeds them. How much more valuable are you than the birds? Yeah, well, he's talking to people and they like to believe they're the most valuable ones, okay? Don't take it personally. And he said, who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to their lives? Yeah, does that make sense? So he said, don't be concerned with what you'll eat or wear. Focus on the more important things, because God knows that you need food and he's going to take care of that while you try to be more like Jesus. Does that make sense? So if you stay focused on the kingdom, which means if you focus on being like Jesus and helping people and encouraging people and sharing the love of God with people, then God knows we need clothes and food, and he will provide those. So it's important that basically we chase God. We don't chase things. So even though, I mean, you won't know this yet because you haven't really got to know each other yet, but Cornelius would really like a Maserati. Yeah, Italians make the best cars. Is the Maserati Italian? Yeah, I should know that as well. But what it's saying is that he shouldn't chase after the Maserati. God knows he needs to be able to get around from place to place, and we'll sort things out for him. So he can spend time focusing on promoting the kingdom of God, of showing God's love to people, which is why he's been so helpful to you since you got here. Has he been helpful? He's been lovely, has he? That's cool. I was worried the two of you wouldn't get on. You think I'm funny? Oh, great. So yeah, so if we're busy chasing God and trusting God to look after us, then that says a lot about God's character. It says that we know he's reliable and that he loves us and that we can trust in him. So it's like, where do you two look for food? Yeah, to me. And do I ever forget to feed you? Excuse me? No, I've never forgotten to feed you, but you've only been here 3 days. But you're able to sort yourself out anyway, you cheeky monkey. But I always make sure there's food available for you. So you know that part of my character is that because I love you, I try to look after you and try to look out for you. And God's going to do a much better job at it than I am. So you can rely on him. Does that make sense? Oh, wow, you two are so noisy. I'm not sure I can cope with talking to 2 of you every week. You want the next one off, do you? You'll have to come and talk to me on the next one. Well, that's fabulous. But yeah, so that's essentially what it's saying. It's saying you can trust God because God is trustworthy. Stop staring at me. Ah, so distracting. So yeah, so that's what we've been talking about this week. Hope that makes sense to everybody. So in whatever you do, you can always trust God to look after you, and he will do what is best for you. Now, sometimes if you do something silly, like fall off of a wall or fall off of a unicycle, God can't actually be there to catch you. But he can make sure that if you get injured, you have the best help and the best people to look after you. So it's very much a big picture thing. So even when we make mistakes, God is looking out for us and looking at the best way to look after us. So anyway, we'll leave you with that thought, the thought that you can trust in God because God is trustworthy, and that you should chase God and not chase things. And we'll catch up with you again in a couple of weeks' time. I think it's Penny's going to be here with Fizz and I can't remember her other friend's name. I know, I should know that as well. I should know all of it, shouldn't I? Anyway, say goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye, everybody. Yes, so you two want something to eat now? Cool. Well, I've got breakfast over there and we'll watch the rest of the church while you eat breakfast, okay?